Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Delightful Creations. I'm Amber. Today we're going to do a treasure tag out of an envelope. So I went ahead and I found a pretty envelope in my stash and we're going to try to recreate the elements on this envelope onto a blank envelope and turn it into a treasure tag. So first thing we're going to do is just make this a tag. I'm going to use my big side of my template cutter here. And the reason why I'm doing this video today is I kind of ran out of ideas. I went to my little checklist and I thought, I wrote down some pretty simple things like a purple tag, a yellow tag, a fall tag, which we will do a couple of fall tags probably. I was like, man, I don't know what to do today. I've used up my creative juices. So I'm going to ink the edge here on this just to give it a little bit more definition and because I like it. So I was like, maybe we'll do an envelope tag because I did do a junk mail envelope pocket holder for a tag. But this one, I was like, I'm going to make the whole envelope a tag. So that's a little bit different. And I'm using the design elements that are already on this other envelope because I don't want to use my pretty envelope and wreck it in. I mean, I wouldn't be wrecking it. I wouldn't want to use it in this way. I want to be able to use this for something else or just keep it for inspiration. So what I did is I pulled out some yellow ribbon and I want to glue that down on the edge here. And what I'm doing is I'm looking at this. This has an edge. It has gray in the background. I don't have gray. Who has gray ribbon? Like, you speak up if you got gray ribbon lying around, please. That is not something I have. I have laces. None of them are gray though. I do have some like gray rickrack, but it's got sparkly bits in it. So I guess that would be silver. It wouldn't really be gray now, would it? Okay. So I'm going along the same edge as the other one here. I'm gonna lay this ribbon down. So I guess it really didn't do me a whole lot of good to ink that edge. So I'm gonna pull it a tiny bit away just so you can see all that work I did. All right. And we're gonna cut this off. These terrible scissors that don't like to cut anything but paper. Okay. And we're also going to lay down some of this. This is like garland, leaf garland from my friend Elke from Germany. I'm going to lay it right on top of that ribbon to symbolize the edge here with these green, the greenery is what I'm really trying to do here. I'm going to measure it and then I'm going to cut it because I know I'm going to knock this entire thing onto the floor. There we go. We're going to just give this a little gluey bit down the middle here and hope we land on it. That's what we're doing today. We're hoping we land on the glue strip. All right. And I like this one because it's flat. She sent me another one and it has brown trim in it, like brown, twine. That's the word I'm looking for. Brown twine, and it would be a little bit more three-dimensional. It's got a little kink in here I'm trying to get out. There we go. We laid that down. So anyways, the whole point of me explaining what we were doing today was I was out of ideas. So we're using this for an idea. And that's something we can do as we get stuck on projects. I mean, that's why we watch other people on YouTube or wherever you watch people, Instagram, tickety-tock. Okay. So I've got the strip edge going on. Now I didn't have a moth. This was the closest thing I had from my Tim Holtz bit, and it is a little bit smaller, but I think that might work just because I guess the envelopes are about the same. But I pulled out a couple of the butterflies. I like this one more than this one because the background is white. This one is more close to the size of that one, but this is more close to the theme of that one. So, you know, we take that. What we can here. And then on this other side there, the flap is decorated as well, and I'm not going to be decorating my flap because I know I'm going to be using it as a pocket, a flip out, and we'll be able to tuck some journaling inside there. But I do want to use the greenery was what I was really focusing on here. So I've got my little raspberry stamp here, so I'm going to just attach that down here, kind of where it is on this. And then I also had pulled out a couple of stickers that are leaves, and I thought, well, that'll be perfect. I could just put one here and one over here maybe and one at the top. And then we're going to have our topper, which I totally didn't prepare to pull anything out for that. Maybe that would be a good spot for the burlap. Anyhow, then I found this little bit here. Ooh, that's pretty. That I could slap down here on the bottom to represent this leaf. So I'm just going to quick fussy cut this out. And I mean like quick. I'm not going to get in there and get every single branch. I'm just trying to eliminate a lot of the white space. This is called Baby's Tears. And then I also grabbed a little cluster that was just sitting on my desk. Because I like to have sentiments, and this one doesn't have one, but we're going to add it. Because I want to build out. I don't just want a random, I don't want a random berry in there. Oops, sorry. So I'm just really quick fussy cutting these out with gigantic scissors. Probably would work a lot better with small scissors. But my small scissors are in my to-go bag, which are to go upstairs out of the house for traveling, so I don't have a big pair of scissors in my bag. That would be craziness. Okay, so we don't really want this to stick out much from the background, so I'm just gonna, there's Fabri-Tac coming out from the top of the bottle here, so I'm just smooshing it around there. Try not to waste, right? And then we're gonna grab the glue. We're gonna attach this. Down here on the bottom. There we go. Lovely design. Look at that. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And it does have a leaf coming off to the side. Oh yeah, and then I found this Indian strawberry in my patch. And so I thought, well, I could use the stamp, or I could just use this whole leaf. And I'm kind of partial to using the stamp because that's like original ephemera and that kind of thing. I am going to rip down some of this envelope. I don't need all that extra. So we're going to use the stamp today. Yep, right there. And I think I'm going to use Fabri-Tac for that just because it's got to go on those 2 layers. And then we will put the other leaf over here, and then it looks like one more down on the corner. There is something kind of bluish on the top. I don't understand what that is, but that's where I'm going to put my topper. So blue-gray. I won't be using blue-gray topper. I think it might be fun to be, whoops, geez. Might be fun to do a little bit of a red topper just to accent that. So then, oh, let's do our leaves. I could cut these off, but let's just use this one here. Well, let's use the darker green. That one's a pretty bold green. And these are like vellum stickers, pretty see-through. Gonna layer that one there. And then this one's like a fall leaf, so I'm gonna use this other darker green leaf over here. And they're kind of going up the edge. You can't really see them over there, so I think I'm just going to layer mine like that. Okay. Because you can't really see it on my edging. Oop, put the cap back on there. Alright, now... Oh, that's the wrong lid. What am I doing? I found that one on the floor the other day. This is the new lid. That's the old lid. Okay, got it. Then we got to decide which butterfly we want. And that, see how like, that to me, it doesn't, because this one touches over here and it's kind of like all that way. That's why I grabbed this pretty little snippet bit here, or I don't have anything else over there, but I thought I could use this with the sentiment, always grateful, and kind of pull it down over here, which... That's not going to work now because I'm going to be covering everything up. So I think I want to marry this to this with this touching, I think is what we're going to do. So I'm going to cut this down. It's not sticking off the edge of my thing here. And then I'll cut that one off at the end. Now Grateful, I'm going to ink because we want this to be seen as on top, more of a focal thing. You could totally like stencil in the background. You could do whatever you want. You could use book page. That would look great, actually. You should totally use some book page in the background. And then you wouldn't have that white. But yeah, I just thought recreate the I don't want to cover that up because there's a little rose here. This is a little bit big, isn't it? And you can go like this. Yeah. How's that looking? How's that looking? Looks nice. All right, let's do it. Start with this one. This little bit of a a glue smushing. Right here, I want to be able to see that full stamp. Okay, now I know to glue like almost all of that. All the way down. Yep, sir, there we go. Really quick little tag pocket today. Shouldn't take us too much longer. We're about done. Which was, oops, covering up the stamp I didn't want to. Okay, there we go. It's somewhat straight. I'll get that out of there for now. That's somewhat straight. Okay, I gotta think about the topper. What kind of topper do we want here? Now, do I want that on top? Because the moth over here is pretty prominent. I kind of like that it's a little more. I'm gonna put it in the background today. I usually have the butterflies on top, but I think we're gonna tuck that one behind there. Little secret. And it does have a little bit of red on it too, so I thought that was kind of neat. And I'm gonna turn it more to the angle of that one. There we go. I kind of want to add another one on the bottom, but I'm not going to. Not going to. Cut this off now. All right. Give it a little more ink, I think. I'm thinking it needs a little more extra. Just kind of bringing it up more to cover up the edges of those stickers and the gloss, and then that just looks like it's plopped down on there. I don't really want that look. I want it all to be pretty seamless. There we go. Okay. Feeling a little better about that. There. And I could just simply use the same ribbon for the top, but let's see what I have for red. I know I have some really bright red. Ooh, maybe not red. Here's a piece of the trim left over from the boho stuff. I'm going to use this because it's got gold in it and it's really naturey feeling, and I just want to use it. I was going to use some red, so we'll use this first. Now I got to be able to open this up. So that means no sewing. That's what this means. We got to do a really good glue job. Okay? Because if I sew it, well, I guess if I sewed at the top, it wouldn't be too terrible. Now, I want the nice clean edge at the top. That's just me. You could do whatever you want to on yours. I'm going to kind of ruffle this up here. So I probably have a little bit too much glue. You know, ruffle that up a bit. Okay. Stick it to my fingers. Nope. Doesn't like that. Alright, well, just no problem. We'll just add a little more glue in there. I do have a red strawberry button, but I've been saving that because I want to put it with the strawberry shortcake wrapping paper and like journal page spread at some point. So I've been hoarding that button. Wouldn't it be fun though if I had a strawberry eyelet? Oh my gosh, that'd be hilarious. I don't think I do. I just see these red leaves down here is what I saw. The corner of my eye was these red leaves. What's this? Those are red hearts. Yeah, I don't think I have any fruits. Looks like I got some basketballs. Goodness, goodness. Okay. Let me see here what I got for red. I do want something red there. Let's pull out the old, look, I got some ladybug thread, or ribbon, I mean. Yeah, see, I have this really pretty organza stuff, which, that just, I don't know. And then there's that really light stuff. And then I have this deeper red, fat red. Red is hard for me. Red is a very hard color to use. Ooh, here's some red rickrack. That's what we're using. There it is. There it is. See, you just look long enough and goodness, the bin is overflowing of stuff they need to use. Okay. And that can just right there on the top. Ooh, is that hideous or what? That's too much. Let's just go the length of the thing here. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. The length of the fabric, not all the way across the top, and I don't like that fuzzy edge here, so I'm gonna cut that off. No thanks. Glue this down. What do I have here? I think I have these bright blue ones. Yeah, I got the bright blue staples in there still from the boho stuff. Alright, get off of there. Which way does it matter? I've never really used that too much. Goodness, there's a statement. Oof! A little too long. Okay, get off my fingers. All right, there we go. There's your inspiration, guys. Go grab you an envelope and have fun creating a tag. You know, you don't have to use the sentiment. I just think that looks really nice. I want to staple that. I want to staple it, but I don't have any. I think I have silver in here. I think this is the regular staple. It sure is. Darn. All right. Let's see. Really quick. I don't know if these are gold or if they're like. No, that's not gold. Is that gold? No, that's like bright yellow, isn't it? Terrible. I wonder. Nope, not gonna do it because there's gold thread in there, and it would definitely make it look more orangey. So we're not gonna staple it. I want something else to like anchor that down. I'm trying to think. I don't want a leaf on there. Anything else that I can come up with really quick? I don't want a flower. Ugh, I don't like that red. I do not like that red. Ooh. What about? Let's use another stamp. Sure, why not? Let's do it. Let's find something. This is my stamp bag of stamps of like my favorites, nature and whatnot. There's a little bird. Looking pretty fallish though. I was kind of hoping to find a moth one, but I don't think that's going to be possible. Here's an owl. Or like another little butterfly one. It'd be really cool if I found another raspberry one. Let me take a couple minutes here to look and I'll pop back on. Okay, I spent like 5 minutes looking through that bag. No other berries of any kind. I had pears and apples and blueberries and I think an apricot. So I'm going to just use this little label here, give her a little ink around the edge and pop it on there. And we're going to call it done. I don't like the red there. I do like it pushed back in the background, but not in the foreground. So that's what we're going to do. Glue that down, and this tag is done. Tag envelope. How fun was that? Pretty cool idea, I thought. So I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And, yeah, have a fun play today. We'll see you really soon, everyone, in the next video. Bye-bye.